Welcome back to the Her Best Self podcast. I am super glad you're spending some time with me today. R.A.I.N says your assignment is you. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can water you this spring season. This is the season for planting those seeds so that you can get ready for your beautiful flowers to bloom, because it is about to rain some magic up in here, girl. I cannot wait to talk about the R.A.I.N technique and method with you. I truly feel this is going to bless you. Let's get to it. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you, because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it, so you can start living your best life as your best self. Hey there, beautiful friend. Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Lindsay Nickel, and today I'm coming to you with something that has been pressing on my heart so deeply lately, but especially as I smell my wild honey nectar candle and sit down with a glorious cup of coffee to record the show today for you. I have been witnessing so many women pushing and striving and hustling, trying to fix everything around you. Hello, I'm also raising my hand right now because we have been on spring break, and I have simply been trying to control all the moving pieces this week of my life, and maybe you are feeling that too right now. And I feel called today to remind you, in addition to me, myself, and I, of something really important. Right now, sis, your assignment is you. Not fixing everyone else, not solving every single problem, not controlling every single outcome, just you, watering you, resting for you, taking care of you. And as I was navigating the morning with my two sons, it has been quite the whirlwind here. My husband is actually gone for work right now, and so it is just me living the single mom life, and it's hard. It is so hard. This season has been so hard this week. And it got me thinking about recording content for you where you sit in your life right now with your mind, your thoughts, the food and body stuff just swirling everywhere. This season that you're in, sis, it's for planting seeds. And get ready, sweet, beautiful friend, because it is about to rain magic. But first, I want to help you prepare the soil of your heart and your mind. And so today I'm going to share with you a powerful mindfulness practice called the R.A.I.N method that has been absolutely transformative for myself, not only in recovery, but also in life. And I want you to grab your favorite blankie, your favorite cup of tea, your pen, and your journal. We're going to dive in to this one. So I want to start by talking about seasons. I adore nature. I know I talk about it regularly on the show. I feel like it is one of God's greatest healers for us, is to just get out in nature. And in nature, everything has its perfect timing. There are seasons for harvesting, there are seasons for pruning, and seasons for dormancy, and seasons for growth. We don't expect apple trees to bear fruit in January, right? We don't get frustrated with the soil for being covered in snow. We accept the timing of nature. But when it comes to ourselves, oh girl, we expect perpetual summer. We expect constant productivity, constant growth, constant achievement. Sis, like me, maybe you want to bloom 365 days a year. And when you're inevitably lost, frustrated, overwhelmed, and you can't sustain that impossible standard that you set for yourself, you beat yourself up. You tell yourself with your internal dialogue that you're failing. And then instead of resting, instead of being kind, instead of being compassionate, you just push harder. So what I'm proposing today is radical. It is radical. What if right now, your only job right now is to water your own garden? You see, this came to me as I was trying to force the perfect spring break activities. Every single day, I wanted to have something that we checked off the list. I wanted it to be great for my kids. And when they had an epic meltdown yesterday, as we were getting ready to go to the trampoline park, I realized that I was doing something wrong. And that is, I was giving all of my power away, and I was feeling overwhelmed to make it such a wonderful and perfect break for them that I wasn't even tending to my needs. What if your only job right now, friend, is to water your garden? I had a client, let's call her Susan. And Susan came to me in a state of complete exhaustion. She was running a business. She was raising 3 kids. She was caring for her aging mom and somehow still holding it all together to the standard that she should be working out 5 days a week, meal prepping like a Food Network star. And her eating disorder voice was screaming at her that she wasn't doing enough. She wasn't being enough. She wasn't controlling enough. It wasn't perfect enough. When I told her, Susan, right now, your assignment is you, she literally burst into tears. She could not remember the last time that she had given permission to be her own priority. And so I wanted you to hear this today, because if you've been waiting for permission to tend to yourself, to make your recovery the priority, to put your healing at the top of the list, then this is it, friend. I'm giving it to you right now. Your assignment is you. So what does it mean to water yourself? Just like any garden, you need certain elements to thrive. You need nourishment, actual food that is going to fuel your body and satisfy your soul, not restricting, not food rules, not clean eating, or whatever new diet trend is promising control, but real, consistent, adequate nutrition. And that is it. Like, that is it to a T. Real, consistent, adequate nutrition. You need hydration. You need both literal water and you need the metaphorical water of connection and meaning and purpose that is going to refresh your spirit inside of you. You need sunlight. This is exposure to the things that bring you joy, that light you up from the inside, that remind you who you are beyond your body and your size. You need rest, where you're not producing and you're not achieving and you're not striving. I've talked about this in a recent episode of all of these back to the basics. And this isn't self-indulgence. This is self-preservation. This is recovery work. And this, friend, is how seeds grow inside of you. Because when you're constantly running on empty, constantly pushing yourself, and constantly ignoring your body's signals, you're creating the perfect conditions for your eating disorder to thrive. The disorder loves exhaustion. It loves depletion. It loves when you're so busy caring for everyone else that you don't have the resources to fight back. But when you decide that your assignment is you, when you commit to watering your garden first, that's when you start to see things happen. So I want to introduce to you today the powerful technique that can help you when that voice in your mind is just so loud and your anxiety is so high. It is called the R.A.I.N method. And we are going to make it rain up in her because it is a mindful practice developed by a psychologist and meditation teacher, Tara Brock. I don't love my rain up in her. That was just, forget I even went there. It's fine. But R.A.I.N stands for recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. Let me break this down for you and show you how it can be a game changer in your journey right now. So first, recognize what's happening in the moment for you. This is about creating awareness and noticing when you're feeling triggered, when you're having an urge to restrict or an urge to excessively exercise. I want you to notice those thoughts, those emotions, those physical sensations that come up. Just name them. Name them without judging yourself. I'm feeling anxious right now. I'm having thoughts about skipping meals. I notice that I'm staring at myself and criticizing my body in the mirror. This recognition, it pulls you out of autopilot and it creates a tiny bit of space between you and the experience, which, friend, that is the first step toward freedom. Next, you're going to allow the experience to be there without trying to force it or fix it or change it or make it go away. This doesn't mean that you approve of those thoughts, but it means that you stop fighting against the reality of what those thoughts are and what you're feeling. So instead of saying, I shouldn't feel this way, like, why does my mind think like this? Or I need to get rid of this feeling of anxiety immediately, you simply acknowledge, this is what's happening right now in my body. Feelings are not facts. Allowing breaks the cycle of shame that often accompanies difficult emotions and your eating disorder symptoms. And when you can stop shaming yourself for your struggle, just like the best garden, you're going to have to create the best conditions. Third, I want you to investigate with kindness. Get curious about what's going on and ask yourself questions like, what's triggering this feeling today? Or what am I really needing right now? Why do I feel this in my body? Where do I feel this in my body? And what stories am I telling myself in this exact moment? Now, this investigation, it's not analytical. Again, it's not judging yourself. It's being gentle and curious and compassionate. You're just trying to understand yourself better. It's not solving a problem or criticizing yourself, but it's just being with you. And then finally, we're going to nurture. Nurture with self-compassion. This is where you offer yourself what you truly need. Maybe it's comfort. Maybe it's reassurance. Maybe it's a new perspective. Maybe it's simply acknowledgement of how hard this moment is for you. That is what I needed yesterday when I was in the midst of that I'm the worst mom ever. And that's how I felt. But it's okay to simply acknowledge how hard that moment is. And that doesn't actually mean that it's truth. You might place your hand on your heart and say, this is really difficult for me right now. And that's okay. You can remind yourself that this too shall pass. This feeling will pass. I won't always feel this mom guilt. I won't always feel like I'm screwing my kids up. I won't always feel like I need to restrict my food. What would I say to a dear friend who is feeling this way? And then offer those same words to yourself. In my example with my sons yesterday, I was like, you're doing the best you can. You're a great mom. You're having a moment. That means you're human. So let's look at how this might actually work in your situation. I want you to imagine that you're having a difficult body image day. I'm sure it doesn't take a lot to imagine that, right? Where those critical thoughts are just swirling and you're feeling the pull to go to the gym or to skip dinner or whatever it is, just to manage that anxiety and to feel that sense of control. First, you're going to recognize, I'm having a hard body image day and I'm feeling anxious and I'm feeling uncomfortable. And I notice I'm comparing myself to others and I'm focusing on my flaws. Then you're going to allow. It's okay that I'm feeling this way. These thoughts and these feelings are here right now and I don't need to push them away, but I don't need to do anything with them either. I don't need to act on the thoughts. Next, you're going to investigate. What triggered these feelings right now? Was it something I saw on social media? Was it a comment somebody made? Did I not get enough sleep last night? What am I really needing in this moment? Is my body trying to tell me something important? And then finally, you're going to nurture. And this is really hard. And I'm doing the best that I can. My worth isn't determined by my appearance. My body is carrying me through this life and I can offer it kindness even when I don't feel like it. What is something I can do to take care of me right this minute? So it's when you practice R.A.I.N regularly, you're planting seeds of awareness, of acceptance, curiosity, and compassion. And those seeds will grow into the beautiful garden of your recovery. So when I tell you it's about to rain magic, here's what I mean. When you make the radical decision that your assignment is you, when you commit to watering your garden first, when you practice methods like R.A.I.N that I just shared with you today that build up your mindfulness and your self-compassion muscles, you create the perfect conditions for your garden and for your transformation. The magic isn't some external solution or some quick diet pill. The magic is in you. It's not a quick fix, but it is in your capacity to heal and to grow and to transform your relationship with yourself. Consistent acts of self-care and compassion over time create massive results. One of my clients said it to me recently. She said, it's like I've spent years trying to force flowers to grow in frozen grounds. And when I finally gave myself permission, Lindsay, to thaw and to heal and to rest and to be tended to, instead of me being the one doing all the tending, suddenly growth happened effortlessly for me. You see, friend, the magic wasn't in trying harder. The magic was surrendering in her season. So as we wrap up today, I want to invite you to try the R.A.I.N method this week. The next time that you notice those pesky thoughts hanging out on your shoulder in your mind, the next time you feel overwhelmed by anxiety or shame, recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. And remember that right now your assignment is you. Not fixing everything, not being perfect, not controlling everybody else or your own outcomes, but just tending to your garden, watering your soil, and prepping it for growth that is yet to come. Thank you so much, sis, for joining me today on the pod. If this episode resonated with you, I would be so grateful if you would share it with someone who might need to hear it too. And if you're ready for more support in your journey to recovery, head on over to herbestself.co to learn more about how we can work together. You can actually fill out a client application right there on the website, and I will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours so that we can jump on a call and see if we're a great fit to partner. Sometimes we all need a gardener to help us tend to our growth, and I would truly be honored to be that person for you. So until next time, remember that your recovery is not only possible, but it is inevitable when you make yourself the priority. I believe in you. Go water you today, friend, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. Bye for now, girl. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.